Can you teach me something about hunting?
That depends. What do you want to know?
I can't teach you anything because you're so inexperienced.
Show me your goods.
Better keep. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. You shouldn't leave everything here.
Hey, you!
Now what?
The time's come for you to prove you're a true friend. Just 10 ore and you're in. What do you say?
See ya.
Take care of yourself, kid.
Rely on somebody.
There must be something about that story after all.
That won't happen.
You're probably right.
How's it going?
Good. You've done me a favor. I'll do you one. I'll tell Diego that you're a reliable man.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Have you got armor for me as well?
Well, I'm sure that I can satisfy you.
Better keep on.
Always talk.
Show me your goods.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know. Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything. That's not really my problem. Same old story every time.
Must be something about that story after all.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know. Some people never learn. Rely on somebody. That's how it goes. It was obvious that there would be.
Hey, you've been lucky there.
If you think. Let's talk about something else instead.
Some people never learn. You're very probably right. You shouldn't believe everything. I doubt that's really not my problem. Hey, kid, it was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. You're very probably right.
you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have to pay for it.
There's some people who constantly try to beat me up. Horrible guys from the new camp. Real cutthroats. And next time I'll tell them that they'll have you to deal with in the future. Then they'll be dead scared.
You told me I could have as much stew as I wanted.
And that's true. Here, take 3 portions.
There was a time. Same old story every time.
Diego sent me. He asked you to give me a map with a route to the old mine.
No problem. For you, only 20 ore.
I'll pay for the map. Here, take the ore.
Okay. You'll never get a map like this that cheap, believe me.
I'd like to buy a map.
Sure. What are you thinking of? The more you can see on a map, the more expensive it is.
You're very probably right. I doubt that's ever likely to change. I'd better keep house me something about that story after all.
Maybe. Same old story every time.
Same old story.
But keep it to yourself.
Obviously, there'll be trouble ahead. You shouldn't believe everything.
Show me your goods.
As long as I'm not involved.
How are you?
We're working our butts off to make sure we get something to eat.
That won't happen. You have to watch what you tell people.
Tell me about this camp.
It's full to the brim with bastards. If it was up to me, I'd have the mercenaries throw all the rogues out of the camp. They don't do their share and only make trouble.
If you think. It was obvious there would be trouble.
Whose job is it to make sure everything goes according to plan in the fields?
Everyone's. The Rice Lord's supposed to be watching over the work. But if you ask me, he spends all day sitting in his bunker counting his sacks. Well, him and Homer did set all this up.
That's not really my problem. Always talk. You probably think.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the Rice Lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
What are you doing here?
I'm working for the Rice Lord. If you need something, ask Lefty.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm working for the Rice Lord. If you need something, ask Lefty.
You okay?
What do you want? Did the Rice Lord send you? I'm already working as hard as I can.
Nobody sent me. I just want to talk. What can you tell me about the camp?
It's dangerous going there. Lee's mercenaries and the mages are okay, but you gotta watch out for the rogues.
Are you working in the rice fields voluntarily?
Yeah, that's right. Better to be working here of your own free will than being forced into it by the Rice Lord's thugs.
I see. Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
How's it going?
There's a lot of work. We need a lot of rice to feed all these people.
Is there anything I should know about this place?
Be careful at the camp, boy. A lot of cutthroats hang out there, just waiting to lay their hands on a newcomer like you.
Do you have a leader?
Well, you could say the Rice Lord's our leader. But most of us only work for him because they're scared of him and his thugs. Not like me. Well, I've been around a few years, and I've had enough of being knocked around by the rogues in the camp. The rice fields are just right for me.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax. I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
To teach these bastards how to talk to me properly.
And before you knew it, you'd become another of those bastards yourself. No, sir, I'm not training you for that.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
No.
I thought so.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
How's it going?
There's a lot of work. We need a lot of rice to feed all these people.
Is there anything I should know about this place?
Be careful at the camp, boy. A lot of cutthroats hang out there, just waiting to lay their hands on a newcomer like you.
Do you have a leader?
Well, you could say the Rice Lord's our leader. Not like me.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Whose job is it to make sure everything goes according to plan in the fields?
Everyone's. The Rice Lord's supposed to be watching over the work. But if you ask me, he spends all day sitting in his bunker counting his sacks. Well, him and Homer did set all this up.
Tell me about this camp.
It's full to the brim with bastards. If it was up to me, I'd have the mercenaries throw all the rogues out of the camp. They don't do their share and only make trouble.
How are you?
We're working our butts off to make sure we get something to eat.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. Hey, I was one of the first.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.